little time. Running on first down, Eckler. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This is Mostert, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. The 45-yard line. 50, Mike, 50. Go, go, go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Come on, set. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now he'll escape to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
You got nothing.
On 2nd down, Eckler. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Switch.
37-yard line.
General, Wax, watch twins. Watch twins.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Eckler. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it for Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 17th touchdown now on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking long for Tom. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for the Texans. 52 yards. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now,
it's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 62 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone. And
in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing again. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Yellow.
On first down, Mahomes rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Jackson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
A gain of 15. First down, Baltimore.
25, check 25, check 25. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. I don't think you got it, son. Right here. Front. 51, Mike, 51.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And an alley to run. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 28 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Texans 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. 35. 15.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And Stills bringing it in. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans get a bit closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
15. Topper.
Once more, here's Eckler.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having 0 fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the catch made by Hopkins. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Check 83, ball's going to 83. Check 6.
Mostert. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
66. Bullet high.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hatchet. Tight dog. Check the backer. Motion. Here goes 15. What's that? Get him. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Ravens.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Muhammad. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Yeah, let's get some.
A gain of 14. And a Raven first down.
51's the mic. Here we go. No. Off. Check 26. Check 3.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 55 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
I 7, let's go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go. That's it. Here we go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 24, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Ready? 51 to Mike. Watch the screen. 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 Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Great stone. 5 on. 3 bucks. 3 bucks. 3 bucks.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Trying to get it that time to stop. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll find Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, he just goes...
They got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mahomes now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's how we do it, baby.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll try to